My Lords, I rise humbly to take part in what's been a very rich and informative debate. I will particularly single out the contribution of the Noble Lord, Lord Wigley. I begin by apologising for not taking part in second reading of this bill due to other commitments, and I'll declare for general purposes for the whole of this bill that I was formerly an editor of The Guardian Weekly and spent 20 years as a journalist, so that's the background that I bring into this. I want to offer, we've uncovered some important technical drafting detail here, both from the Noble Lord, Lord Teverson and the Noble Lord, Lord Wigley, and I hope that we will certainly be seeing some government amendments at report stage addressing those issues. But I really want to just offer general Green support on the importance of having the linguistic diversity broadcast across these islands, and I really want to stress that this is a terribly important issue. We were talking in the last group about the British broadcasting ecosystem having a genuine claim to being world-leading. Well, I'm afraid English characteristic monolingualism is something of a global joke, and it's really important that we acknowledge that there is multilingualism on these islands, that it needs to be supported and encouraged. And I declare myself as someone who experienced a similar monolingual environment in the Australia of my childhood. It impoverished my youth of only having exposure to a single language. The Welsh language, Scottish Gaelic, Ulster Scots, Irish and Cornish are treasures of these islands, treasures that need support. They preserve tradition, they preserve knowledge, and they contribute to cultural diversity. And I note that the Scottish Parliament last week, its Education, Children and Young People Committee, was hearing evidence on the proposed Scottish Languages Bill, which is aiming to establish official status and improve educational support for languages. The chair of the Professional Association of the Gaelic Secondary Teachers noted that Gaelic medium education effectively is now stopping at S1 or S2. In 2023, only 1% of primary pupils were in GME education. But if you go, for example, for the Western Isles, their primary school pupils, 46% of them are in Gaelic medium education and 54% study Gaelic. If we're going to have truly broadcasters that truly serve across these islands, we clearly need to see the delivery of all of these languages. I note the Noble Lord, Lord Wigley spoke about how Welsh is making advances, but I note that the government's target is to increase, the Welsh Government's target to increase the number of Welsh speakers to 1 million by 2050, doubling its daily use. Yet the actual census figures show that a decline from 19% in 2021 to 17.8% in 2021. So I think I'll just make one final comment about Cornish. I know that the Cornish Council last month wrote to the government calling for greater protection for the Cornish language. That was on the 10th anniversary of Cornish being recognised as a national minority. And actually, just in February, the Screen Cornwall announced the first funding round for the productions of film and culture projects. So, my Lords, I'm aware that this government is not always keen to support the objectives or the Scottish or Welsh governments, but this push that we're hearing in this group of amendments to preserve the cultures, knowledge and diversity of these islands is very important.
Yeah. Thank you.